to start today in Virasana. So sitting on our shins, maybe grab a block or two kind of in between your feet. And if this is absolutely not comfortable at all, not going to work out with your knee, sit on your bum and cross your ankles here. There's always options. Nice. And then when you're ready, after you find your shape, go ahead and close your eyes and just start to notice how you're feeling this morning. So I've been telling my classes what has inspired this practice is what's been going on in the world. And just feeling quite overwhelmed. So it's nice to just check in with the nervous system. And sometimes when we feel overwhelmed, the nervous system comes into the fight or flight mode or freeze mode. And this practice allows us to really start to balance it out, to down-regulate a little bit. So with your eyes closed, just imagine stepping fully into your body this morning. I'm just beginning to feel the connection of the shins, the front of the shins, the front of the feet, connected into your mat. And see if you can start to soften the thighs. And then starting to sense and feel into your pelvis. And noticing both your sit bones connecting into your blocks. And just noticing, in a state of curiosity, which sit bone you're leaning more into. And see if you can find balance, find center. And then from the back of your pelvis, start to visualize the architecture of your spine as it lengthens up, excuse me, to the base of your skull. And as your spine lengthens up to the base of your skull, imagine your head just kind of floating at the top of your neck. And then feeling into the front of your body and noticing the back of your body. And then bringing your attention to your breath and start to expand in between the front and the back. I invite a top-down breath, so that with every inhale, you're expanding into the rib cage. Down in through the diaphragm, expanding into your belly. All the way into the pelvic floor. And with every exhale, following that spine with your breath all the way back up through the crown of your head. And then from here, taking your left hand to your right shoulder and your right hand to your left rib cage. Maintaining this nice long spine in your body. And then breathing especially into your right hand. And even just this visceral connection between your palm of your hand and your rib cage. Sometimes you can notice a little bit more of the sticky spots that exist. And see if you can expand into those sticky spots. Take one more big breath into your right hand. And then release your hands back down. Interlace your fingers out in front of you, press your palms forward, and then round through your upper back. And as if you're rowing a boat, start to inhale, pull your elbows back behind you as you lift your chest. And then exhale, reach forward and round. Pull back, open up your heart. And one more time. Inhale, pull back. And then exhale, release your hands back down. This time taking your right hand to your left shoulder, your left hand to your right rib cage. I can't remember the amount, but it said like it's really good to have like 10 or 15 hugs a day or something like that. So even just embracing ourselves, feeling that visceral connectivity from our palms into our body is really important. So expanding once again into your right rib cage. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then exhale, release. Take your hands out in front, interlace your fingers, press forward and round. And then inhale, pull the elbows back, open your heart. 2 more times, exhale. And inhale, follow the rhythm of your breath. Last time. And inhale, open. Exhale, release your hands. Gently blink your eyes open and just softly come forward into down dog. Even rotate your ankles, wiggle your toes. Take a nice stretch through the back line of the body and then grab your block and push it to the front of your mat. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, drop your knees onto the mat. We're going to work through traditional cat-cow here. So as you inhale, start to pull your chest forward. Your butt draws back. Exhale, articulating through the spine as you round through the spine, bringing your chin in towards your chest.
Again, inhale, pull forward.
Really focusing your movement from the thoracic.
And then exhale, round through the spine. Your thoracic is your mid-back. One more time, inhale.
And exhale round.
And then inhale, come forward into cow pose.
And reach your right arm forward towards the windows. And a big half circle reaching all the way up and back behind you. Taking that right hand to your left rib cage. Sit your butt back into extended child's pose with your left arm reaching forward. And then drop your forehead to the floor. And again, expanding your breath into your right hands. One more breath here. And as you exhale, round through the spine to come back up. Make your way back onto all fours. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And exhale, round.
Inhale, pull the chest forward, reach your left arm forward.
Spin that shoulder all the way back behind you.
And then take your left hand to your right rib cage. And sink your butt back for a one-arm extended child's pose. Take your forehead down. 2 more big breaths into your right ribs. And as you exhale, round through the spine as you come back up onto all fours.
One more cat-cow, pull your chest forward. And then exhale and round.
Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward of your shoulders, tuck your toes, and lift up into downward facing dog.
Inhaling onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, round like a cat forward into plank pose. Really articulating your spine here. Find your strength and then lower down onto your belly. So we're going to tent the finger pads out to the sides a little bit. So we're going to come up onto the fingers. Elbows bent, roll those shoulders up and back, lift your chest, Bhujangasana. And then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, pull forward, lift your heart. And then exhale. Hands next to your ribs, press back to downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg up towards the sky, bending that knee as you open the hip. And then exhale, step it forward next to your right hand. And then drop that back knee down, so maybe if you need a little bit of cushion, fold your mat or grab your blanket. Okay. We're going to kick that left foot back behind you. Keep your right hand down as you inhale, lift your left arm up. If you need a block, grab your block. And then 2 big circles through that left shoulder. And then spinning back around to a lunge, take that left foot back to center. Scissor your inner thighs and inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, reach your arms back behind you. Reach forward and round through the ribs. And then inhale, pull the elbows back. One more time, exhale. Inhale, pull back. Reach your arms back up. And exhale, release your hands down. Left hand stays, right arm reaches up for a twist. And then 1 big circle here through that right shoulder. As you exhale, release that right hand, straighten through that front leg. Either hold here or start to pulse through that front leg.
Kind of feel it out and see what your body needs this morning. Maybe it's something different than yesterday. One more breath here. Exhale, come back to your lunge. Tuck your back toes under and swing back to downward facing dog. Inhaling onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, curl the spine forward into plank. And then exhale, lower down onto your belly. Spider your finger pads out to the sides. Once again, inhale, Bhujangasana. Use the strength of your back here to lift, and then exhale, release. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale. Hands next to your ribs, press up to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend that knee as you open the hip. Exhale, hug it in as you step next to your left hand. Fold your mat if you need. Drop your back knee down. And then pivot that right foot back behind you. Keep your left arm to the inside of that left foot. Reach your right arm up. 2 big circles here through that right shoulder. And then exhale, release, coming back to your lunge. Scissor your inner thighs and reach up. And reach your arms back behind you. Pull forward, round through the ribs. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull back. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, release. Take your right hand down for a twist over to the left. Reach that left arm up. 1 big circle through that left shoulder. And then exhale, release. Straightening through that left leg. Either hold or feel free to pulse here. Next time you come back to your lunge, hold there. Tuck your back toes under and swing back to downward facing dog. And your next inhale, come forward into plank pose. And then lower down onto your belly. So you're going to roll onto your right side and grab your block. Place the block on the second highest height, just below your armpit. So you don't want to be on the armpit. You want to be more kind of where your bra is. Okay? And then from here, you'll place that block. You'll kind of lay on it. Bend your right arm, and then place your head onto your hands. And then from here, we're just working a little bit of fascial release. So feel free to take your left hand out in front and rock forward and back. Working the fascia and the muscle fibers of a muscle called the serratus anterior. And this muscle really needs to be engaged whenever we do arm balances or any type of flexion of the shoulder to support our shoulder joints. So we're going to take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to keep that block where it is. You can do whatever you want with that bottom leg, so your right leg just kind of hanging out. You can bend it or straighten it. You're going to kick your left heel toward your left buttock and grab that ankle. And then kind of push your pubic bone forward towards the piano, towards the tiger as you pull the thigh back. One more big breath into that block. And exhale, release. And come onto your belly, so remove that block. And then coming into Sphinx pose, elbows down, drag your belly forward, and then lift your heart. On your next exhale, we're going to roll onto the other side and do that with the block. Same thing right below your armpit, where your bra line is. Again, once you have that, go ahead and rock forward and back. Doesn't matter what you do with your legs. Feel free to place your head onto your left hand. So we're also kind of working with the lymphatic system here, kind of moving lymph, which is really important. Take 2 more breaths here. And then bringing your body back to center, keep on the block. And again, do whatever you want with that bottom leg. Kicking your right heel towards your right buttock as you pull that thigh back, pushing your pubic bone forward. One more big breath. And then exhale, release. Going onto your belly, set your block to the side. Sphinx pose, elbows out in front, drag your belly forward, lift your heart. On an exhale, release. Take your hands next to your ribs, press up. Downward facing dog. Curl out your legs, curl out your feet. And on your next inhale, coming onto your toes, exhale, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump your feet to meet your hands. Inhaling halfway. And exhale, forwards. So let your head and neck hang here, soften the knees, roll through the spine to come all the way up. Once you come up, reach your arms up. And exhale, bring your palms together. So take a moment here with your eyes closed just to set an intention or say a prayer. Move through Surya Namaskar as you blink your eyes open, inhaling your arms reach up. On exhale, folds. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, step to plank pose, shifting through your choice of vinyasa, lowering through cobra, chaturanga up dog. Feeling your inner thighs reach up and back towards the wall behind you. Let go and release. Next inhale, coming onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump to meet your hands. Inhale, come halfway. And exhale, folds. Then soften your knees, let your head be the last thing to roll up. As you roll through the spine to come up. And then reach up. And exhale, palms to your heart. So again, inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hinge forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Shifting once again through your choice of vinyasa. Bless you. You're welcome to do directly. Bless you. Something's in the air. Come back to that. Bless you. I mean, there's a lot of smoke in the air. Yeah. It's a bummer. One more big breath here. Inhaling onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump to your hands. Inhaling halfway. And exhale, fold. Soften your knees, roll the spine up. Once you come up, reach up. And exhale, palms to your heart. On from here, inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. And inhale, halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Shifting through your choice of vinyasa or downward facing dog. No, I just mean one of my scenes a lot. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up. Bend that knee as you open it. As you exhale, step that right foot forward next to your right hand. Stay on the ball of your back foot as you hug that right hip in, reach up into high lunge. Feel free to always come down onto that back knee if you need. Exhale, reach your arms back behind you in a big circle. And then reach forward. Inhale, pull the elbows back like you're rowing a boat. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull back. This time, exhale, reach forward. And then windmill your arms open into warrior two, taking that back heel down. Give yourself a hug. Rotate your chest forward, two big circles through your rib cage here. Stay connected to your feet. And then once you come up, open your arms wide to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reverse, triangle pose. So feel your body lift out of your pelvis here. One more big breath. Exhale, Trikonasana, reach forward, take the right arm down, left arm up. One big circle through that left shoulder. And then exhale, bend your front knee, walk your hands to the inside of that foot. As you come forward, parallel your feet into Prasarita Padottanasana. So release your hands wherever they land. Lift your shoulders away from your ears and let your head hang towards the floor. There is a slight pulling in towards your midline with your feet. So notice those muscles kind of fire up a little bit. One more big breath here. And then inhale, walk your hands forward, lift your heart. Exhale, walk forward into your lunge to the right, to the front of your mat for a twist. Left arm down, right arm up. One big circle through that right shoulder. And then exhale, release your hands. Straighten through that front leg. Maybe use a block or two. Maybe pulse through that front knee. It's your choice here. And then exhale, bend that front knee. Step back into downward facing dog. Just for a moment, notice the sides, your right versus your left side. And then exhale, puppy dog pose or extended child's pose. Bring your knees down. Walk your arms forward. Keep your arms active here. Your elbows stay lifted. Armpits stay kind of hugging towards your heart center. One more big expansive breath into the ribs. And then exhale, round through the spine as you peel forward onto your belly. Sphinx pose, elbows out in front of you. Drag your elbows back to pull the belly, lift your chest. One big belly breath. And then exhale, release. Tuck your toes, hands come next to your ribs as you press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bending that knee as you open the hips. Exhale, bring that thigh in as you step it forward next to your left hand. Anjaneyasana, high or low lunge. Scissor those inner thighs as you reach up. Exhale, reach your arms behind you for a big circle. Bring them forward, round through the upper back, and then inhale, row your boat. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, pull back. This time, exhale, reach forward. Inhale, open your arms, Virabhadrasana 2. Take your back heel down. Give yourself a hug. Rotate your chest forward, 2 big circles here. And then open your arms wide. Straightening that front leg, reverse triangle. And then exhale, reach forward, Trikonasana pose. 1 big circle through that right shoulder. Exhale, bend your front knee. Take your hands to the inside as you walk around to the center. Pivot forward on both feet to parallel your feet. And then interlace your fingers back behind you. Lift your chest. Maybe stretch your arms as you fold. Keeping your chest open by drawing your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. 1 more big breath. Inhaling halfway, release your hands. Pivot forward on both feet, coming back to a lunge on the left side of your mat. Right hand stays down, lift your left arm up for your twist. 1 big circle through that left shoulder. Then exhale, release your left hand, straighten through that left leg. Grab your blocks if you need, maybe hold here or pulse. One more breath. And then you come back to your lunge as you swing back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Drop your knees to the mat, puppy dog pose or extended child's pose. And again, whatever shape you make, expanding into the ribs. And then exhale, round through the spine as you peel forward onto your belly. Sphinx pose. As you drag your belly forward, kick your heels towards your bum. Let's see if you can breathe all the way into your thighs here. And exhale, release. Hands come next to the ribs. Press up to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Bending that knee as you open the hip. Exhale, hug it in, step it forward next to your right hand. Anjaneyasana. Scissoring those inner thighs, high lunge, reach up. 2 times here. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Pull the arms towards the windows. And then inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, unwind, warrior 2, back heel down. Give yourself a hug. 1 big circle here. Open the arms wide, reverse triangle pose. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose. One big circle through that left shoulder. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana, take your left hand to your left rib cage. Bend your front knee and maybe grab a block as you start to drag that left leg up to the level of your left hip. Make sure that block is underneath your shoulder. Forward and back. 2 more breaths into your left hand here. Slowly step back. Release your left hand down. Come back to your lunge as you twist to the right. Reach that right arm up for a big rotation through that right shoulder. And exhale, release into lizard pose. So bring your hands to the inside of that front foot. You can drop your back knee down if you'd like, or keep it up. Feel free to use a block here. Keep your hands down, maybe come onto your forearms. There is that slight scissoring of the inner thighs. One more breath. Inhale, press your hands down to lift your chest. Tuck your back toes under and swing back. Downward facing dog. So inhaling onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees round forward like a cat into plank. And exhale, lower down onto your belly. Spider your fingertips out to the sides. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Hands next to your ribs, press back to downward facing dog. Inhaling your left leg up. Bending that knee as you open the hip. Exhale, step it forward. Anjaneyasana, high lunge. One big circle back. Pull forward. And then inhale, row that boat. Exhale, last time. Inhale, unwind, warrior 2, back heel down. Give yourself a hug. Spin your chest forward, one big circle here. Open your arms wide, reverse triangle pose, straighten that front leg, reach up. Exhale, reach forward, triangle pose. One big circle through that right shoulder. Take your right hand to your right ribs. Ardha Chandrasana here. Bend your front knee, maybe grab your block. Dragging that right foot forward to lift it up to the level of your right hip. Keep spinning that inner left thigh out. Here. Yes. 2 more breaths into your ribs, your right rib cage. Slowly exhale, release back to your lunge. Right hand stays down, twisting to the left. One big circle through that left shoulder. And from here, lizard pose. Maybe you take that back knee down, releasing your hands to the inside. Staying on your hands, coming onto your forearms. Your choice.
One more breath. And then inhale, pressing your hands down towards your chest. Tuck your back toes to swing back. Downward facing dog. And make your way into child's pose, dropping your knees down for a moment, relaxing, coming back to your breath.
Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya
Take 2 more big breaths into your rib cage.
Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave.
And then reaching your arms forward, tuck your toes, come back into downward facing dog. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a standing forward fold at the back of your mat. And just soften your knees, roll through the spine to come all the way up to stand. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way to the wall today. You're going to take everything, your blankets, your mats, and your 2 blocks. All right, so you're going to take your blanket, your folded blanket, and bring that nice clean edge to the wall, like so. So we're going to start by working on Ustrasana here at the wall. And we're going to move into something after that before we cool down. Okay. So we're going to come into Ustrasana camel pose. So camel pose is a back bend where we want to actually lift out of our low back. So this is already in a back bend, our low back. We're actually trying to lift out of that to try to come into more of an opening in the upper body, okay, the upper torso. So I like to use the blocks, and I take my knees distance apart and then press my body against the wall, okay? From here, I want to hug my knees in towards my midline. So you're welcome to do this with me, that's fine. So hug your knees towards each other, and then push your pubic bone and your hips into the wall. You're going to maintain that and then walk your arms up the wall. And as if you're coming into Sphinx pose, imagine your elbows pulling down as your belly and chest lift up towards the ceiling. Okay, this should be hard work already. Then from here, as you maintain that lift, take your hands to your low back. Keep hugging in towards your midline, lifting out of your pelvis. And then, without moving away from the wall with your pelvis, walk your hands back towards your blocks, or maybe towards your heels. Pubic bone stays pressing in. Yep, exactly. And if you don't want to go back, that's okay. If you don't want to go back, you can stay against the wall, reaching up. Bring your knees in a little bit towards each other. There you go. When you're ready, you're going to lift back up. Okay. And then we'll sit back into Virasana. You're going to grab a block in between your feet and just sit back for a moment, like we started. So I didn't teach the neck yet, but we're getting there. So coming back into Virasana, just close your eyes for a moment and notice all that energy that's been cultivated in your body, especially at the wall. And then take your right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right rib cage. And
Just take 3 big breaths here. See if you can start to smooth out your breath. Okay, when you're ready, again, we can stay at whatever stage you prefer. If you are going to, you can release your hands. If you are going to take your head back, I want you to engage the front line of your neck by kind of creating a double chin action. And then as you come back, as you keep that double chin, your traps are going to be as a pillow at the top for your neck. So when you're ready, go ahead and come up. If you want to use your blocks again, you can set them up on the highest height. Feel free to keep the tops of your feet down or tuck your toes, it's up to you. Knees hug in towards each other. It's an action, not a movement, right? So our thighs aren't necessarily connecting, or our knees aren't connecting. And then as you hug in, actively push your pubic bone forward, and now reach your arms up. Imagine that Sphinx. Pull down with the elbows, or imagine that pull as you lift your belly up. And now take your hands, if you're moving forward, take your hands to your low back. Keeping that pubic bone connected to the wall the whole time. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting through the chest. Maybe walk your hands back. Maybe grab your blocks or your foot, or your feet rather. Not even the foot, I got it. That's not bad. There you go, yeah. And then again, if you're gonna take your head back, it's a double chin action, so you bring the chin in, then you lower your head back. 2 more breaths here, wherever you're at. Now bring your chin in, lift up using the muscles, beautiful, and sit back into your asana. Once again, you can use 1 block or 2 blocks underneath your butt. Close your eyes. It's time to take your left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left rib cage. 3 big breaths here. And then releasing your arms. Gently blink your eyes open. We're going to do an inversion here. So your choice, either legs up the wall, a more restorative pose, or forearm balance. Okay. So feel free to move your blanket out of the way. If you want to do legs up the wall or forearm balance. If you want help in forearm balance, come here. Kimberly, you're going to use a block?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's a good idea. It's a good cue to. Okay. You want to do it that way? Keep
Yeah.
your hands just like an inch away from the block. So this is just for alignment. Okay, and remember, if you want to do hugging in, you bring your palms to the block this way. But there's different, so that's the action of adduction.
Uh-huh.
This is for alignment, which is fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. Which one do you prefer?
I guess this way.
Okay, this is traditional, so. All right. Now actively hug your elbows towards each other. Okay, beautiful. Keep your head lifted. Which leg are you gonna lift? That one. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Beautiful. Legs towards each other. Okay. Beautiful. Now start to press your forearms down to lift up, lift your chest away from the floor. I'm gonna bring my hand in between your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring your legs off the wall. Ribs in, ribs in, ribs in. Oh, yeah, that's work. Nice. How'd that feel?
Good. I felt stress here, so.
Yeah.
I have to.
So your elbows went out a little bit. That's why it's hard to do this way. Hard for me to do this way too.
Okay, so let me.
Try it. Just try it. And I'm gonna add some depth to it.
Okay,
So let's try it.
so
Yeah, so your hands are hugging in. Let's see if that changes anything. It's worth a shot. You gotta actively hug those blocks in. You're like floating up like a feather. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands in between here. Yep, how's that?
good.
Good. So that's where this takes a lot longer because it's traditional, which is great. But it is this action, it helps to have the blocks
Yeah.
because this needs to happen.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's hug the knees in, roll to your side. Come up. Go ahead and scoot your mat back to the center. And then we're going to come into downward facing dog. When you're ready. It's still cold. I mean, it's good that we're moving, but it's still cold. All right, when you're ready, reach your right leg up for pigeon pose. I don't know if you want to do this with your knee. You might want to do on your back, figure four. So find a little bit of strength here, scissoring your legs, lift up from the floor, maybe lift your hands up. So find that action first, beautiful. Find that strength, and then you can come down into your passive stretch. Are you okay with this?
It's this knee we got.
Okay, yeah. It's better to just let your body, do its thing, and then it'll heal. Take 2 more big breaths here. On your next inhale, go ahead and press your hands down to lift your chest. Tuck your back toes under, swing back to down dog. Maybe wiggle out your legs, maybe rotate that hip. On your next inhale, reach your left leg up. And swing it forward for pigeon on the left. And again, before you go into this passive stretch, find that engagement first. It's a great opportunity to find strength here in your hip. And then when you're ready, take your time. Put knees down. Or you can stay in your active one. Take 2 more big breaths here. Inhaling as you press your hands down to lift your chest. Tuck your back toes, swing back to downward facing dog. Feel free to kind of wiggle out as you need. Inhale forward into plank and lower down onto your belly. Just
Just gonna kind of flip over onto your back like a little fish. And when you come onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. Coming into happy baby pose. Make it your own, maybe rock from side to side. Extending one leg and then the other. And hugging your knees in towards your chest. So we're going to run over just a couple minutes. So if you want to, you can come into a final twist, your choice. Otherwise, making your way into Shavasana. Closing your eyes, letting go of your body and your breath. So taking a moment to come back to your breath. Any movement into your body as you wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotating your wrists, your ankles, your head from side to side, any other movement that your body needs. Drawing your knees in towards your chest as you roll onto either side. As you are ready, you'll gently press up to a comfortable seat, placing your hands on your thighs, keeping your eyes closed. And with your eyes closed, just taking a final moment here to reconnect to your physical body, reconnect to your breath, and just notice how you feel after your practice. We'll conclude with a single sound of Om together as you bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And inhale for Om. I invite you to take a moment to bow your head, connecting the wisdom of your mind to the compassion and wisdom of your heart. Bowing to the Guru, that teacher that is within all of us. Bowing to your truth and the source that connects us all. Ladies, thank you so much. Beautiful practice today. Namaste. Thanks for being here. Nice job on your forearm balance. That's great. An Ustrasana at the wall is so hard.